Hello everyone, your voice here and welcome to our channel Sansevieria 101. So for this episode, we're going to feature another Sansevieria hybrid that was bred by Mang or Mr. Sumarsono. And like I always mention, Mr. Sumarsono is one of our friends in Indonesia. And this particular hybrid is a cross between two Sansevieria hybrids. Namely, it is a cross of the hybrid aubrytiana crossed with hallii. So those are both species crossed with each other. And then the other parent is the Indonesian hybrid Merdeka, which is Sansevieria species Mount Guro crossed with kirkii var pultra. So they are two hybrids that were again crossed with each other. So hybrid cross with hybrid and to produce another new hybrid. So that is the reason why Sansevierias are unlimited, because once two species are crossed, the product of it can be used to cross with another hybrid or another species. So there are n number of Sansevierias that it can be crossed with, maybe an existing species or maybe a Sansevierias that was crossed a couple of times. So that is the reason why Sansevieria hybrids are endless. So right now though, this is one of the old hybrids that I acquired from Indonesia. And again, this is Marfuah. As to why it's named Marfuah by our good friend Mr. Sumarsono or Mang, I have no idea, but there I have already provided you with the parentage and the origin of Sansevieria Marfuah, which is going to be added on the Mang hybrid playlist. So the previous hybrid from Mang that I have already presented was Dark Knight, and now I am again featuring another hybrid coming from Mang, and this is actually also due for a repotting, because I think that this pot is beginning to be or becoming to be small compared to the plant that is planted on it. So I would say that for this plant to grow further or larger, I'd have to change the pot size to a larger one, and that is to allow the root system to grow larger compared to the medium that it is contained with right now. So again, this is Sansevieria hybrid Marfuah, and we will be discussing the characteristics of it. So it's actually already a mature specimen, and it has long leaves. That's why I can't just turn it around as I want it to, because the other leaves are already too long and they are taking up much space. So again, we'll be pointing out some of the characteristics of Sansevieria hybrid Marfuah. And like I mentioned, one of the genes that it has is from the aubrytiana species, and this pattern right here is actually I would say it's coming from the species aubrytiana. So that pattern over there, not at all times, but this band, mottling and band, sometimes they become bands rather than mottling. So that is one of the characteristics of the aubrytiana species. So sometimes they become sort of, if you are trying to describe that, it looks like that they're banding, but they're actually mottlings that came to that pattern. So that's one of the remnants. This is one of the remnants of being or having aubrytiana genes on it, and the shape or the growth pattern is very much similar to the kirkii genes that it has. So it's really having a lot of combination of species that are in this particular hybrid, because like I mentioned, it is already a product of 4 species that were crossed to each other and then crossed again. So there could actually be nth time of crosses that you can make, and the Sansevieria will have characteristics that are similar to its parents. Some of the characteristics might be lost, like the hallii species that it has. The hallii characteristics is not very evident on the species, as well as the Sansevieria species that was found in Mount Guro. It is not very evident on the species as well. That is because it was already crossed as Merdeka, and Merdeka is a kirkii-like in form, and it lost its hallii genes. So that's how Sansevieria hybrids become when you have already tried to breed them and observe them. Then you would say that some of the characteristics will be retained, some of the characteristics will be lost. As for what I'm showing you right now, almost depending on how it looks like, the cross is very much similar to aubrytiana and kirkii. Now I have been trying to cross aubrytiana as well. I have crossed it with mottled, and it's very hard to come up with a beautiful hybrid of Sansevierias, because most of the times the seeds that come from my crosses, they would look like normal or common Sansevierias that are not distinctive in characteristics. So I sometimes have to call the product of the crosses that I come up with. Now, going back to what we're discussing, Sansevieria Marfuah, we have already discussed some of the characteristics, like it has the pattern of aubrytiana, and then the form is coming from the kirkii, and we cannot see the characteristics coming from the hallii species that it has. So aside from the physical characteristics, we can also try to record or take the data with regards to leaf surface. So if you touch it vertically, horizontally, I feel bumps on it, but pretty much they're smooth, not rough. If you feel it vertically, smooth, horizontally, I would feel the bump. So it might be because of the dark green outline of the mottlings that I can feel while touching it. Backside, this is actually the front part of the leaf. The backside, I can't turn it that way, so I'll turn it counter clockwise, because like I said, I am trying to move it to where I can find the back side of the leaf. So this is the back part of the leaf. Actually, I just sprayed it with hydrogen peroxide. So with regards to the texture of the leaf, I would say that the back part of the leaf is slightly rough, not really rough, but just slightly rough, feeling it horizontally and then with bumps. Vertically also slightly rough, and then I would feel bumps from it as well. This particular specimen is already a large specimen. Later on we'll have to take measurements of it just to take records, because I would while we are presenting Sansevierias on the channel, we also try to get measurements of growth that is for sampling, so that it might help out other people in the future if they are trying to research about Sansevierias or trying to collect about Sansevierias and would like to know them, rather than just buying and then not knowing anything about your Sansevierias. There are people that are like that, but as for myself, I would rather want to know the origin and how my plants came to be. So that is why, to help other people out that are like me, who wants to learn about their plants, then I would really hope that what I'm doing right now would help you out in the future. By the way, while we are doing the presentation, I found out that there are aphids. There are some aphids that are attached to the back part of the leaf. Aphids would like spots that you can't see, so hard to see spots would usually, you would really see aphids, because they're really very good at hiding themselves, especially for kirkii species and kirkii hybrids. You would see, or I would suggest you check your plant from time to time, because plants are living creatures, or they are they are living entities. That's why they are attracting pests. And I would say that if your plants are not attracting pests, or there are no other insects, or I am at a loss of words, but if your plant has zero infestations, that means your plant is not part of the ecosystem. So it's really quite normal to find pests in your plants, but not normal for it to be heavily infested, so you have to do something about it. If it's slightly infested, then you can't really avoid having pests on your plants, especially if they are outdoors rather than indoors. Even sometimes indoors they still have pests. It's just that you can't see them, because some of the pests, like mites, are microscopic, and you can't see them if you don't have a microscope handy with you. So that is one of the tips that I'm giving out while we are presenting Sansevierias on the channel. And the channel is just specifically discussing or featuring Sansevierias and nothing else, no other plants or no other plant genus. I'm just collecting Sansevierias. So if you ask me about other plants, I would not be able to ask or give you any answers about them, because I just specialize with Sansevierias and I just stick to it, and I just grow all the plants that are in here are mostly Sansevierias. I might say 95% of the plants that are in the nursery or in our garden are Sansevierias. So going back to the topic, we have checked and have found some pests. I've sprayed hydrogen peroxide on them. I'll give you a sample. There are some whitish here's the whitish thing. It's very small. I'm not sure if it's still alive. I don't have a microscope with me, but one thing that you can do is you can remove them physically, or if not, you can just spray something to deter them from staying in your plants, because leaving them if you leave them alone, in time they will infest and they will multiply if you don't do something about it, like spraying on them. Usually they don't like being sprayed by hydrogen peroxide, because it would melt out their exoskeleton. Also, if you don't have hydrogen peroxide, if you have alcohol, that will also deter pests that are trying to infest your plant. So if you ask me, is alcohol safe spraying your plants, I would say yes. I have been using alcohol when I don't have hydrogen peroxide, and my plants are they don't really they don't mind being sprayed with alcohol. So I just use what's normally sold in the market. I have been using it on spraying them on plant leaves, especially if there are if I see some pests on the clinging on the leaves, I would spray them. There's another one, so I'm not sure if it's still alive or it's already dead, but just to make sure, I spray on them. And they are very few. When they're few, they don't do that much of a damage, but if you leave them be, in time they will multiply and will start doing damage to your plant. So aside from that, I have nothing else to add. What's next for us to do is to take measurements. I would like to just take measurements of this clump of Sansevieria Marfuah. Then I would end the feature or this episode for this Sansevieria hybrid. So I have to clip the camera so I can easily take measurements. This is actually already a large specimen, so I'll move back a bit so you can see how large the plant is. And I will have to use both of my hands, so I have to clip the camera to do so. And we'll just use this measuring tape. That would make it easier and find the longest leaf that we can measure with it. So we'll start from here. And then we'll try to measure this, the longest leaf that we can find, like I mentioned. And then wherever my fingers would stop, that's where I ended up measuring the longest leaf. So the longest leaf that I measured on this clump is actually 25 inches, so it's more than 24 inches or 2 feet. The other leaf would just be about let's just get other measurements to get the variance of it. So 15 to 25 inches, and if I transfer it to a larger pot, I think it would grow longer. So I would just say average on this, and I usually would just say specimen height or specimen leaf length, because that is specifically just for the specimen that I am growing. But in terms of the maximum length that they can grow, I'm not sure yet, but maybe in the future I will give some updates with regards to how tall Sansevieria Marfuah can grow, because kirkii variety kirkii, the specimen that I have, is already growing more than 4 feet, so it's reaching 5 feet for kirkii variety kirkii. So I've already featured it on the channel. I'm not sure if that's the current the measurement that I did there is right to what I'm seeing right now, but right now my kirkii variety kirkii is actually more than 5 feet. So next we will be measuring the leaf width. Leaf width would just be around more than 2 inches. Let's get the other measure for variance. I would say 2.8 inches to 3.2 inches for the leaf width of Sansevieria Marfuah. So that's the measurements that all the measurements that I can get. We have discussed the leaf pattern, the leaf texture, the edging. There's an outline on it. there's an outline on it. It's brownish, and then the leaf tips would look as such. It's a wilty tip, obtuse, like frequenz, if you do not include the wilty part. So folks, I guess I'm good, and if you have any questions or suggestions, please don't hesitate to leave a comment for this episode. I'll be thankful, and if you like what I have presented, please do like and subscribe to the channel. It wouldn't hurt you to subscribe to the channel, so please do subscribe, please do like. It's free. It would help me out. That's all I ask in return for all the information and help that I'm giving out, and hopefully it will help out people in the future. So I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you, and you all have a great day.